And now being joined by Irene Awunah-Ikyegh, President, League of Women Voters of Nigeria. Thank you for joining us, Irene.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Good evening. We saw you out there. As you said, you were here last week and you said you'll be doing this.
Yes.
Well, it's good to see you again. But I'm just a bit so just clear this confusion here.
Yes.
You're weighing special seats bill for women.
Yeah.
But then there is another conversation about reserved seats for women.
Okay.
What exactly are you asking for? Special seats or reserved seats?
Okay, we are asking for special seats.
What makes the seats special? You still contest elections.
Yes, we will still contest election, but there are additional seats. So when you say reserved seats, you are saying that the statutory seats that of 360 and 109, you are reserving some for women, which is not what we are asking for. So the framing and the name of the bill that is in National Assembly right now is Special Seats Bill for Women. It is not reserved seats bill for women. So, and we've had this conversation, over and over, trying to, clear the air so that especially the legislators, when you say reserved seats, they are apprehensive. Whose seats do you want to reserve for women? But if you say special seats, we are asking for additional seats.
So you're adding what you're asking for.
It's
360 and 109.
Yeah,
is what is statutory.
They are statutory.
So
then we are asking for one House of Rep member, female only, per state, and then one House of Assembly, the 3 senatorial zones in the state. That makes it 3 House of Assembly members in the state. And then, of course, the initial proposal was 1 Senate per state. But what the Senate has agreed to offer us is 1 per geopolitical zone. And it means that for North Central, where I come from, for instance, if I have to contest, for that seat, it has to be 1 state in the North Central. But I also want to emphasize that it doesn't mean that I will run and campaign in all the states in the North Central. No. I will only campaign in my state, and I'll be voted by only the people in my state. And of course, I will be campaigning with other women until our various political parties will now give us nominations to go to the ballot and run on the special seat.
So that means
the other processes are going to be the
if
same.
the Senate is saying they're going to give, instead of giving 1 per state, they're going to give 1 per geopolitical zone.
So entirely,
that
will
means
be 6.
That geopolitical zone has to sit down and say, okay, for this.
Yes, this is the state that will produce this.
So maybe for the 11th Assembly, it will be Plateau State.
Absolutely.
For the 12th Assembly, it will be.
It may also be alphabetically, so it will start from Benue.
Okay, but real nice. But the question some would ask is, why do we even need the special seats?
Okay, it is because of the long exclusion of women in parliament, and the numbers now are very abysmal low. And Nigeria is not the first country that is doing this.
Are women being, you said, are they being excluded?
Yeah, they're being excluded from party primaries. The issue of special seats is actually not even about capacity of women who run for elections.
Mm-hmm.
It is about women getting to the ballots. It has been an issue in Nigeria that we've been trying so much to see that we have women on the ballots. Unfortunately, the political parties lack the internal democracy to put women on the ballots. They have put in place certain ways and hurdles to ensure that women don't get to the ballots. They range from the money they ask from women or aspirants to fund their political party, to godfatherism, to gender-based violence, a lot of that. And then sometimes for me, because I'm also a very good politician as well. So I know that from the grassroots to the state level, you only have the woman leader as among the states or among the ESCOs who have the statutory, which we call automatic votes as delegates. So those are the people who vote for who becomes the governor, who becomes the House of Rep member, who becomes the senator in their various political parties. And then if you have only women, out of 15 people, you have 1 woman, as those who will vote. You can imagine how many women will be in that race. So first and foremost, we don't even have women.
So shouldn't this campaign be to the political parties and not to the nationals?
So all the political parties have it in their various documents that they will give 35%, to a leadership position within their political parties to women, but they don't do it.
All right.
And of course, because it is not a constitutional, thing. It is their own internal policy. You cannot even hold them accountable until we have a law that says that any political party that does not have a certain number of women on the ballot, they will either be deregistered or not be allowed to produce candidates. And that's where we are heading with the special seats bill. We think that once it is constitutional, there will be a penalty, and that penalty will make political parties to sit up.
All right.
Nigeria is suffering a lot. The image we have out there is very poor, and then our democracy is not truly inclusive. It is a democracy that excludes more than 50% of its population and its voting population, which is very paramount. I think that Nigerian women are now aware that they are the numbers, and that's why we are not demanding. We have been advocating for this for long. For we think that this is not tokenism. They are not doing us a favor. They are just trying to ensure that half of the population is in the room where key decisions concerning the whole population of the country are being taken.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. We've been speaking with Irene Awunah-Ikyegh, President, League of Women Voters of Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.